Did I ever tell you about the first time that I saw you? Can we just go back to that perfect moment? Start over? Are you sure nothing's going on with you and Raheem? There was something between us. I thought we were friends, and things got confused.
I'm not your enemy, Benji.
Well, you're not my friend.
I just thought if I acted like everything was okay, that it would be.
Isaac, Brian, and Elizabeth, thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you. And I love Victor. So since the first one, and actually I love all your projects, Elizabeth and Isaac. So, so I'm gonna start like hitting hard. Like, what you can expect of season 3? You can tell me, Brian.
What you can expect? Well, we all three of us agreed right from the start that we did not want to keep our audience waiting from the cliffhanger from season 2. So we wanted to start giving answers right away, and we wanted to launch into our stories. So I think it'll be really satisfying for audiences to sort of hit the ground running and get to see what's next for these characters. And there's a lot of twists and turns this season, unexpected new relationships. I think the trailer hints at a new relationship between Lake and Lucy, which to us was a really exciting story that we hadn't done, a queer storyline among young women that we just hadn't told before, and gives us an opportunity to tell a different kind of queer story that allows us to say, Victor's gay storyline isn't the only one out there. We're there's thousands of different stories to tell. I think audiences will be really excited by this season. Lots of new stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's why I love Victor, because it's not just about Victor, it's about all the other characters, and they are very relatable, and I can relate in the different levels with different characters like Pilar, the Salazars, and Lake, and all of those. So I'm gonna go with you, Elizabeth. How is it for you to have like this big partner, Disney and Hulu, and to tell this story like this, like that celebrates the queer community and the Latino community as well?
Sure, it's been tremendous. I mean, we've been really lucky. Our show landed at Hulu pretty early on, and they've been just the best partners through all our 3 seasons. They've been so fully supportive of every single story we wanted to tell, and just thrown the weight up of their marketing team and every team they've got into sort of just bringing this show successfully to as many people as possible. And now as we move into our final season to also be launching on Disney Plus, I mean, it's just amazing. And to know that we're going to be in so many more homes because the viewership there is so tremendous. It's just been really, really lucky to have this company on this ride with us, and we feel very grateful for it.
Yeah, I think they saw that this show is very needed. Doesn't matter like if it's Hulu, Disney Plus, everybody needs to watch it and understand what happened behind the scenes with family, with the relationships that everybody's figuring out. For you, Isaac, I need to tell you, I Want You Back, that movie.
Oh, thanks.
It's amazing. It's another one that on my list, one of my favorites. And how was for you, the big difference to write for a feature and to write for a TV series?
Oh, sure.
A streaming series.
Yeah, they're so different. We love both. Movies they move so much slower. And you're telling a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. And once it's done, once those 2 hours are done, you're walking away from it and those characters forever. A TV show, something like Love, Victor, you're creating a world that you're going to live in for years. And we'll have told 3 years of a journey for these characters. So it's a much slower evolution. And it's just a much grander in a sense, where if you look at where Victor is in our pilot versus where he is at the end of our series, he's really gone on this big journey that you could never fit into a movie.
Yeah, exactly. So this season, I noticed you talk more about self-discovery, not just Victor, but all the other characters. How was like this conversation with you three, like to get the right dialogues, the right stories? Anyone, you want to jump in, Brian?
Yeah, sure. I think season 1 was so much of a coming out journey, and season 2 was so much about in a relationship, that there was a real feeling amongst the three of us that we wanted to send Victor on a discovery of himself this season. Now that he's out, to kind of figure out who he is, and not have that be quite so tied to his relationship from season 2. So he's kind of figuring out not just who he wants to be with, but who he is in the world.
Yeah. And Elizabeth, what was like the biggest challenge for you?
I think honestly, the biggest challenge became servicing our giant talented cast. I mean, everybody got so good throughout our run. And by the time we got to season 3, we had like 15 incredibly strong actors, and we were telling 8 episodes that are each about 25 minutes long, and sort of figuring out how do you parse it all out, and how do you give everybody their moment, and how do you satisfy the fans that are most invested in Lake and the people that are most invested in Victor. I think that was honestly our biggest challenge, and knowing that it was our final season, giving everyone the storylines they deserved and everyone the endings they deserved was really sort of top of mind in terms of our priorities. So we spent a lot of time just thinking about how we're telling what story when, and giving everybody their due here.
Yeah, it's amazing. The cast is amazing. Like Michael, I love him. He's so good. So Isaac, there is this speech in the final episode. I don't want to spoil that much, but what was like the inspiration to write that speech, the brave speech?
Yeah, I think we really looked at it as like this kid who, you know, in our pilot, he's so confused. He's like so unsure of himself and where he fits into the world and if he can be who he is. And we thought, like, what a lovely place to bring him to, where he's getting up on a stage. I'll say that without giving too much away. There is a stage, and talking about what he's been through. And he's so articulate and well-spoken and thoughtful that his words actually inspire all of our other characters to go and make the right decisions in their own lives. So he's gone from this kid who needed to reach out to a stranger to get advice because he had no one he could talk to someone who's become someone who can impart wisdom onto everyone around him. And it felt like a really great sort of point A to point B for this character.
Yeah, it's amazing. And for us to wrap it up, do you have like a special scene or a special moment on this series, any season that you like the most about it? You can start with you, Elizabeth.
I think I'm going to steal what I know is Brian's, but I think that we all are pretty in love with the scene where Victor comes out to Felix. It's a really special scene where both actors just did such a beautiful job, and where we got to see Felix be there for his friend in such a beautiful, simple way, to just sort of listen, fully accept him, hug him. I think that was one that really worked for all of us, and we felt just came out exactly the way we could have dreamed it would.
Yeah. For you, Brian?
Well, that one was taken. So I will say the scene outside the bar between Victor and his mom, played by Ana Ortiz, where because she'd been struggling so hard with his coming out all season, and she kind of finally says all the things that he needs to hear, that she accepts every part of him, that she loves him, that, you know, her kids are the greatest part of her life, and that their heartbreak is her own. I thought there was just something really cathartic about that, and her performance in that moment is just so unbelievable. So that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, just for you saying that, I got goosebumps. Mm-hmm. And you, Isaac?
I think, jumping off what Brian said, that whole journey, that through line of Anna and Michael and the mother-son story for the whole series is what I'm the most proud of. I think, like, and to Anna's credit, she takes a character with, you know, and she is not afraid to take her to really ugly, unpleasant places and really work through her feelings about her son and how it conflicts with her religion and come out the other side. And I think like that's another thing you could never fit into a movie because it's just too slow and too nuanced. But to really dive into what that's like and tell an ultimately hopeful and redemptive story of a mother and son, I think is really unique.
Amazing. I just want to thank you so much for your time. A lot of success, and I cannot wait for your next project. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Oh God. And here's like, oh my gosh, it is too early for this awkwardness. I want to be upfront and let you know I'm seeing someone, Lauren, actually.
Wow, that's so great. I'm actually dating someone too.
Wow, okay, who's the lucky guy?
It's Lucy. I'm dating Lucy. Surprise.
Wow, that is so great. I mean, I'm so happy for you. For us, for all involved.
Stop talking.
I'm trying, I can't.
I knew that I lost you.
Raheem, I don't feel great lying to your parents.
After the first few times, you get used to it.
Everyone thinks that high school romances have an expiration date. I think we are bigger than that.
I know we are.
I guess it just made me really sad. Really saying goodbye. If you and I are gonna have any real chance of working out, then I have to figure my problems out alone. Everyone's like pressuring me to move on, but I just don't know if I'm ready to yet.
You're a good man, Mijo. Maybe you and Nick will hit it off.
Let's go see my mom.
Being brave means that you aren't afraid to be scared. Because a lot of the times, the scariest things are also the most important. Like admitting who you love. Or who you are. I did download that dating app you told me about.
No way. Hold on, let me find a torso pic that looks like you. You don't want mine? My phone is like 99% shirtless selfies.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.